Okay, here's today's walkabout. Little design changes, not a whole lot of work done, but design changes. Been thinking about this for a little while. It seems that every boat I've ever owned had stringers that were longitudinal, fore and aft. This boat had these strange diagonal stringers, which didn't seem to work very well. So what I'm going to do is I've decided to change it. So the other day I ground out a stringer that's going to be 15 inches from the center board and run all the way forward, but I'll be using foam as a mold. I've got many pieces of this now. I'll hot glue those down and then they will provide the form for the glass when I lay them up. Now the difference is the original stringers are wood, covered by, if you can see that squiggly stuff there, and then the white here, you can see it real well, it's chopped strand mat, which really doesn't provide any strength, but it's supposed to be a good bonding layer. Well, it didn't bond too well in this case. So with these, the wood is actually providing the strength, but in that diagonal form, didn't seem to be doing a very good job of it. So I'm going to go back to what I know, which is fore and aft stringers, and then put in ribs that'll run laterally, side to side, and I think that'll strengthen up this hull bottom quite a bit. This was the little tent work I put together to try to keep the dust down when I did all this, and I had a fan here with a little box filter from a furnace, and it did pretty well. I mean, it sucks up a lot of dust. And then I also had my vacuum cleaner down there somewhere sucking it up, and my only mistake was not putting my Tyvek suit on, or my dusted suit, because I got so covered, even leaning in through this area here to work, that my arms were covered with fiberglass dust, and I was just itching to no end and had to get out and bail out and take a shower. Oh, and here's the material I'll be using, back to the stringers, I'll be using for the stringers. Imagine this is the foam. This is the foam. This will just lay over it and then glassed in 3 layers. Now this is what they call biaxial. The glass runs diagonally like this, two strands of it, and then it's stitched together. You can see the little threads in there maybe. This gives us a lot of strength, and so with the foam core, the 3 layers of this will actually be the strength for the stringer, not the wood. In this case, with the chopped strand, doesn't provide really any strength. It's the wood that's providing the strength. So I'm going a different route. It will lighten the boat up a little bit, and on a boat this small, I would have had to put in 3 layers of this wood or foam, so it really doesn't matter. But I think on this low performance boat, this isn't a speedboat or anything, the glass itself will provide plenty of strength. And then adding in ribs, that should be plenty. Oh, and then there's the oak, I think that's oak, backbone that runs, I don't know if you call that a key, I don't know what you call that inside, but it'll be glassed into the center line of the boat. And then I'll add one to the center line back aft. I think that should take care of the strengthening issues of this. What I haven't decided is what to do with the top sides down here, because they're pretty weak too, and they're just made of CSM, chopped strand mat. This could be tell where it broke up here. That's why they break like this. It's just CSM, whereas the actual bottom of the boat, if you can make out the weave pattern, that's done with a high strength material, so there's no chance of that actually breaking like that front. And it is so it's much stronger, but it's also flexes, which isn't necessarily an indication of weakness, but the flexing will over time cause problems. So that's why I'm going to put these stringers in and cut down on all that flexing. Plus, I need to get the hull strong, so I can put it back down on the trailer, so I can move it out of here, because my Miata has to come back in. We're going to be leaving for a little while, and I don't want the car outside, so the boat will have to get shifted around. Here's my tools: a grinding wheel with 40 grit paper. Oh yeah, my dust mask, I always wear that. I only get one set of lungs in this life. My good advice hat. And like I say, I forgot to put the Tyvek on. I have it sitting on a shelf somewhere, and it's collecting dust when it should have been on my body. Okay, that's enough of a walkabout today.